Hi, it's David here from the PPC Machine. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was running a Google Analytics training course for one of my clients, and we came across quite an interesting problem. It was something that they'd noticed before, and they'd Googled to try and find the answer to the problem without success. I'm glad to say that we did actually manage to get to the bottom of it while I was there and found the answer to the problem. So I thought I'd put together this quick video so if anyone else is looking for the answer to the same thing, hopefully they'll find this video and be able to get it fixed. So here we can see the problem that the client was having. This is the analytics account of theirs which was affected by it. I've gone into acquisition and then all traffic and then channels. And so this gives me the report showing all the different channel sources and the default channel groupings that have sent visitors to the site during this time period. And you can see we've got all the usual suspects there, like referral, organic search, email, direct, etc. But what's a little bit unusual, and what was causing the client to scratch their heads wondering what was going on, is a large amount of the traffic, 5,700 odd users, have been attributed to other, which obviously is not very helpful in terms of working out where those people came from. So this was the problem that the client had been facing, and as I say, they'd Googled it, couldn't find any reason for why that was. The other thing they'd noticed happening at the same time was that the traffic that they knew had gone to the site from their Facebook campaign didn't appear to be showing up in this list of channel groupings either. Now, what the client had done is when they'd set up their Facebook ads, they'd put UTM tags on the URL, so as all the traffic that came through from the Facebook ads could easily be identified within analytics. So the way they'd done that was search for Google URL Builder, and it's the first result that comes up. And the way this works is you put in the URL that you want people to go to, in this case from the Facebook ad. So let's just copy and paste a URL from there as an example. And then you specify the source, which in this case they'd chosen Facebook, and the campaign medium, so that's the type of traffic. The type of traffic is like banner, email, whatever. They'd gone for display because they were using display adverts on Facebook, so that made sense. And I forget what they'd put as the campaign name, but we'll just put test for now. And what you can see is down here, it's built as a new URL with all those parameters on it, and that's what they were then using on their Facebook ads. So when someone clicks the Facebook ad, it comes through to analytics, it will show up as being traffic from the Facebook display campaign, or at least that's what should have happened. But if you look down here, the display channel grouping only has 6 users, and they knew from their Facebook stats that they'd sent a lot more traffic than that, a lot more people than that had clicked on the ads. In fact, the number of clicks on the ads was over 5,000. So as soon as they said that, I was thinking, well, we've got over 5,000 users here attributed to other. We've got hardly anything attributed to display. So clearly it's not correctly identifying it as display. So what I did then was went into secondary dimension here and turned on source medium. And what this does, it means that for each of our channel groupings, we now see it split down by the different source medium combinations that make up each one. So, organic search, for example, is now split into Google Organic and Bing Organic rather than it all being lumped together. And by doing that, we were able to see that our other was made up of Facebook display and also of this email campaign here. And sure enough, there's the 5,000 odd users that they knew would come from Facebook. That's been lumped under other. So the question then was, why, if they correctly got this shown as source medium Facebook display, why was it not being included in the display traffic that we seen earlier, where there were only six people? And what made me realise what the problem was when I started looking at the email mediums. You see this email campaign that they've run here, that's correctly been identified as email and put into that channel group. Whereas this email campaign down here hasn't. and has ended up as other. And if you look carefully, the only difference really between them is the fact that this one here is the medium is all in lowercase, whereas this one here they put a capital E on the front. And similarly with their Facebook display one, they put a capital D on display. And it turns out that that the medium name is case sensitive. So if you want Google to recognize it as being part of the existing group and put it into display or email, you need to do the whole thing in lowercase. And so it's a very simple answer, but not one that they'd be able to find anywhere. I have since Googled this question myself, and there are a number of articles such as this one here, which tell you how to fix the problem with other turning up in your channel report. But they describe a far more complicated way where you have to set up here, where you have to set up default channel groupings. And whilst that's perfectly reasonable and it will work, a lot of the time you might well find that it's just a simple case of not having all your mediums in lowercase. So if you've been having that same problem, I hope that's helped you. Certainly it worked for this client of mine since we changed that. They're on all their campaigns from here on, they're all recording properly, which is great news. If you found this useful, please do subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and check back for future videos where I'll be giving more tips on Google Ads, Google Analytics, and various other aspects of digital marketing. Till then, goodbye.